Thanks for attending today's press conference. I'll take the first question. Yes, Mrs. Warner?
Thank you, Mr. President. As I'm sure that you are painfully aware, you have not been able to reach an agreement with the Republican leadership about raising the debt ceiling. Just yesterday, July 28th, Michelle Bachmann said that she would not vote for any legislation that raises the debt ceiling. She said that the U.S. should focus on reducing the national debt. How do you respond to such suggestions?
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. First of all, let's be perfectly clear. We need to raise the debt ceiling not so that we can go out and initiate new spending. We need to raise the debt ceiling to pay our current bills. If we don't raise the debt ceiling, then the U.S. government will have to either stop paying interest on our government bonds, which will trigger a technical default, or stop sending out Social Security checks to seniors and stop paying our military personnel. This is spending that we've already committed to, not new spending. It's not as if we were planning to go out and buy Porsches for all government employees with the increased debt ceiling.
Porches? Why would you buy Porsches? Don't their houses already have porches? And what about those government employees who live in apartments or condos? Surely they have balconies?
Porsches. Not porches. You know? The car? The iconic German 911?
Oh, I see. That cute little German car that looks like a squished VW Beetle? But why would you buy an import? What's wrong with good old American iron?
Can we get back on topic, please? Yes, Mr. Talbot.
Mr. President, the Republicans say that they've shown leadership by proposing a program of budget cuts to reduce the deficit. They say that they're willing to raise the debt ceiling enough to last until January 2012. Why won't you accept their proposal?
Mr. Talbot, the Republican leadership is just playing games. They just want to postpone the crisis that they've created until next year, when we're in an election year. Surprise, surprise. And such a short-term solution, if I can even call it that, will create greater uncertainty. Debt holders hate uncertainty.
But you have to agree, Mr. Boehner has a real problem. He has 87 new congressmen and women who are Tea Partiers. They'll never agree to raising the debt ceiling.
These are people who think macroeconomics has something to do with the price of macaroni and cheese in Peoria, Illinois. But the American people, God bless them, elected these nutbars to office.
Mr. President, can we get back to the porches? Are you now suggesting that the federal government will initiate a program to provide low-income earners with free macaroni and cheese dinners, with nut bars for dessert? So that people can't eat nut bars on their porches, paid for by the U.S. federal government? Mr. President?
Thanks, everyone. I think it's time for my own dinner. And no, I will not be eating macaroni and cheese. But I hope to eat some nut bars for breakfast in 2012.
We're ready.